Hey YouTube, this is VidHead85 and I'm coming at you today with the Frog or the Prince. Now, or the Frog Prince. But what I want to, mainly, Anita Baker's song called Fairy Tales is an amazing story about how when she was little she heard her grandmother would say like stories to her about how, you know, what is it, how does it start? When I was a little girl, basically, my mom would tell me stories of fairy tales and about how he would cross the ocean and defeat the evil prince and how he would just be so good to her. But she never knew the reality that one day that maybe the prince would say goodbye and her story would end. As stories do, reality steps into view. No longer living life in paradise, no fairy tale ending. And that, I feel, is something that a lot of times in the culture that we live in, we really don't want to talk about the realities of how people can be because of the fact that, well, it'll scare us. Well, you know what? Who's not scared? Who isn't scared that one day maybe the person that they love is going to say goodbye, whether it be death or whether it be simply that you two are headed in different directions. That's scary. And even understanding, that people beginning, or what is it? Meeting is the beginning of parting. It's an episode of Junjo Romantica. If you don't know what it is, I highly suggest you check out the videos. In fact, I will make sure I put the link in the video in the description below. But a lot of times we sell our daughters on fairy tales and about how one day they're going to go somewhere and meet that prince, and the prince is going to be so gentle and kind and everything. But what happens after Cinderella and the prince are married? Yeah, Cinderella may pop out a few kids, Cinderella, may, I don't know, but the reality, a lot of times, is hide all our flaws until after the wedding. And that's, I'm sorry, but I don't want somebody whose flaws I'm only going to know after I'm married. Like, if I want to know them before, so I want to know whether or not I can put up with it. Now, if I can, then okay, great. But if I can't, bye. Deuces. That's what I need to know. So, if anything, we sell our daughters on this Prince Charming, but we don't understand that sometimes before they gotta meet that Prince Charming, they will meet so many frogs out here that it doesn't make any sense. You didn't think there could be so many frogs anywhere. And we sell our girls on the reality that one day you're going to meet that prince and that it's going to be so nice and everything. And then when they get older, they look around and they're like, they lied to me. They lied to me about these princes. They lied to me about everything. So what is this? So anyway, the whole thing for me is that, I don't know. We want to be age appropriate as far as things like that. But I mean, I'm gonna tell my daughter, look, don't be in a rush to find a Prince Charming, because that means you're going to have to go sort through a lot of frogs. You're going to kiss that frog and it's going to still remain a frog. So, how do we break our daughters out of that Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and everything? Because I'm telling you, those those are more than likely from Grimm's fairy tales, and Disney sanitized them. You know what? In Cinderella, one of the stepsisters cut off her toes so she could fit that slipper. It wasn't simply try on the slipper. It was, oh my goodness, my feet are too big. Give me a hacksaw and we're gonna cut them off. So I mean, I really believe that love is really extreme and on both ends of the spectrum, happiness and sadness, and we vacillate between the two. That is probably not the right gesture for me as a gay man to be making. But anyway, how do we, I think that we just kind of, I don't know, when we talk about love, we often think about the feelings and whatever instead of of love being something that we do. Like my cousin Pat has a saying, love is what love does, and I find that so true because I mean, if you can look at some things and realize, oh wait a minute, is that really love, or is that just infatuation, which is often what we consider love to be. And infatuation starts with I feel this with him, I feel that with him, I this, I that, I this. So I really kind of wonder about what these crazy images we're feeding our daughters when we talk about love, and it's nothing at all. And then, yeah, the boys, we teach them, go out and sow your royal oats and everything like that. And then and here these women are looking for all these princes, and the princes, there aren't any. I mean, at least with gay men, we understand. I mean, at least I do. I understand that, we all got bumps, warts, and farts, and we're gonna have to deal with that. And and then after the wedding, when the woman is there, and their Super Bowl's going on, he's sitting there with a beer and chicken wings, and he, like my friend Peter Rizzuito says, he turns into a burping recliner that farts. So it's like, well, what do we do? Like, how do we break them into the reality that, hey, yeah, men aren't going to be all that great sometimes, and then even say, hey, you may not like men, so women are the same way. A lot of people think that that someone's gay because a woman hurt him. That's a lie. I was never really like attracted to women. Like, I never really had that urge to like sleep with one. But then again, that isn't exactly all there is as far as to liking women. But I mean, straight men at least, most straight men at least attach that to it. Like, straight men think about sex so much, but I think gay men think about it even more because we're just men. But I don't know, I think we think about it more. But the other part about it is, though, that like, I guess with I understand a bit more that there are going to be things that I'm not going to like in him, he's not going to like in me, but hopefully we can just deal with that without, I thought you loved me and all this other drama and bull crap that when we're not prepared for the reality, that we're really disillusioned and disappointed with love. So, love is what love does. The frogs, I'm going to have to sort through a lot of frogs before I find my prince. And I'm kind of thinking, well, I am the prince, searching for that princess, if you really want to heteroize it. But, like, I'm looking for my king and king. Like, that's a good book. I want to get that book just because it costs a skirt. But I really, I'm a prince looking for my prince. That's, but I'm not going to keep, like, I'm not going to overtly go for it and stuff, because it's like, they'll come when they come. I wasn't really looking for anybody when I met Daryl, and I'm pretty sure I may not be looking for anyone when I meet my next boyfriend. But I don't know, I kind of really want to just have the kids in the house, the car, the kids, the dog. I want it all. You're nothing but a lying cheater, deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the car, the kids, the dog. That's a reference. I don't know what song it is, but I don't know why that just popped into my head. But anyway, have a great day, YouTube, and tell me about, if you're married, what are some of the frogs that you had to deal with in order to appreciate when your prince came along? And straight women, straight men, straight whoever, just let me know what you had to, what are some things that you may have put up with in your pursuit of love and that happily ever after. But even that happily ever after has some thorns and tacks in that road. So, I'll see you later, YouTube. You have a great day.